Every morning at 6 a.m., I am lynched to the top of a pole till my eyes are bloodshot. They salute me as if I am an indication that everything is all right, that God is in our favor. Like blood didn't torpedo down the drains in Picton. Like missing woman doesn't play the screens on Independence Square. Like picking cotton was replaced by picking up shells and picking up bullets on black skin. You hear the tearing of melanin as couple trophies try to award his skin for stereotype. Still picking. Isn't it funny that the national flag is often mistaken to mean that blood should border the white lines on asphalt? That flying on half-mast only when a minister dies is okay. Like we aren't mourning daily. Half-mast. Definition. The position of a flag being flown somewhere below the top of its staff as a mark of respect for someone who has died. Don't you respect every little black boy whose last breath was adopted by gun barrels? Trinidad. You don't have much to be proud of. Having our flag flown beautifully in gloomy skies, don't you see? The way the clouds burst down, weighing down our false pride. We try to hide it, and in turn smell stink and sweet. You can't perfume the dead. Trinidad and Tobago, the land of paradise. We used to forget that flowers are placed on caskets to reduce the scent of a rotting corpse, and being an island is no different. Flora does the same job. Ain't that tropical? The way we all become gardeners at some point of our lives, becoming fertilizers for plants or food for worms. Even when dead, we are still feasted upon. The bloodshed has become the roof of many homes. I used to think I needed to learn to swim because we're surrounded by water, till I realized that it was more than likely that I may drown in my own blood, trying to help a system that isn't trying to help me. Half-mast. We are mourning, yet we are forced to have sunshine, smiles, and welcome tourists to what might be a death sentence, just for the sake of a better economy. While our human resources deplete daily, we dig for oil, unearthing skeletons, digging to build more homes for black boys. We are not sweet, not happy. We are bleeding, and the national flag in full mast is only a decoy showing what we were once. Home sweet home. Sweet, sweet TNT. Thank you.
Politicians, arranged in a symphony made to sound sweet on the taste buds of the eardrums. Bank on them. Create trust accounts, check their memorandum. Save the poor from poverty. You don't see it, do you? Rights, right? Write an X on ballots. Your constitutional right left the wrong faces at the wrong table. You vote for the right reasons, but still choose wrong. This cycle only teaches how to right a wrong after it goes right or wrong. Full circle. They say, we free the people. We form the people. We're from the people. We're for the people. Sign language is in the fingers. Silence a nation. Put their voice in their index fingers. Figures. Always comes down to figures. In covert scandals for you to figure, squandering of taxpayers' dollars. You speak in synonyms of choice words: corrupt, corruption, propaganda, agenda, lies, deceit. Your heart is not of human or humanity. You sex tape leak after release date. You political. You breed. You deconstruct, destroy, underdevelop. You duan a nation, force their steps backwards. You marry laws with the morality of a religion you do not believe in. You sit in second story of two-story building having no idea how the first one was built. You look down, see no foundation. You feel like God now. You're on the floor of a building hovering above where a foundation's supposed to be. You see, you free the people. We form the people. We're from the people. We're for the people. I've had hands hardened by the rigor of labor. Read my palms, fortune teller. Tell me my misfortunes. Tell me how I should no longer think of success. Reveal my existence through my hands. Because there is life there. hardened by every obstacle unavoided, and voided of hope. Every creator is a story. My hands have held so many. Fingertips a sponge for tears that refuse to stay put. Put my heart in my hand, a stone to throw at depression that sits a stone's throw away. A way to find the answer. Why? Why do bad things happen to undeserving people? I loved her like I loved my mother. Her smile, a cluster of stars that confirms a multiverse. That a universe is where you lose your heart, and my chest sunk every time she smiled with me. I never heard an angel sing, but I heard her speak. Her speech was free. And I knew I've known poetry long before I've known poetry. The distance never mattered. The time never changed a thing. 10 years and 10,000 miles apart, but you never left in spirit. I know our souls have lived lifetimes before. And you're back home now. For the second time in 13 years. My mother calls me in the kitchen. That means food. Surely. Not bad news. She says, your aunt was diagnosed with cancer. And that was Marcus Miller for the night.
This piece is called Survive the Ambush. Survive the ambush. When they come, oh yes, they will come. Dressed in fancy curriculum, claiming they latch you to a freedom the color of the sky. Tell them they are showing their age with the old talk. An undeserving gray, if that's in between shade and enlightenment, they'll be none the wiser. Pale hair doesn't mean full to the brim, ask Henry or Liza. Pale hair doesn't mean, it just means you're mean. Survive the ambush. The energies come in doses. It will only last that long. Hold on, hold hands, hold your breath. Don't hold your breath for them. Though they will call, put them on hold for the length and breadth of an escape. Run long till a long have short breath. Run so hard your nose knows how your breath tastes. Survive the ambush by the skin of your teeth. In your desperate, there's technique, there's thick niche. Stretch the moment and see the detail. Section their deception. Integrate their color coding. After their prison or prism our daylight. Don't beat up with them, is only fight down thing they like. Survive the ambush. Your language brings them anguish. As they squint at your patois. Sprint from their patios. This ain't no gallery thing, you know. Watch them take aim. They distress bows till they arch in submission. You are slave to no archer, so arch to no slaver. They wake the gunpowder from its kinetic sleep. Its heat is meant to steep in your blood. Your mother's breast sagged, her belly had to be cupped, yet her mind needed no brace. This is proof that bullets poof under the roof of your wisdom tooth. Survive the ambush. They'll order to shoot. When there's no other, they'll order your brother to shoot. He'll stoops, after which you'll see your brother hanging from the roof. Suffering with debt from debit, they'll dub it deadbeat death by dreaming just to get by. Your brother, sister, mother, father rather just die than dwell within the swell of a large intestine. But you survive the ambush. They say, you have the 6 months. You have the 6 months. Yeah. Survive the ambush. They'll ask you if you're a drinker. They administer their shots in cups of cuffs and kick to props and sticks from your feet. Watch your back, they have double-sided knives. You'll barely feel the pat on your back after the first pint. They bathe their blades in garlic. No antiseptic intentions in anti-Semitic intentions. Survive the ambush. Siphon enough shine from the allotted time to take you through the forest. Though they're close behind, their clues won't make them cross the line. Survive the ambush, divides the damn bush, survive the ambush. When newness songs like entitlement. I am Quarry Village, spat in the middle of nowhere else. On the other side of no ledge, the right under our noses. They devise to access, they divide like Moses, like, let my people don't end up in a period. It does. Its doors open, no pun, nothing playful. This ain't no game. Survive the ambush. They come in to drag your name in the mud, you know. No Django to pull you from this mangrove. Don't you see? You've learned to breathe underwater somewhere in the middle of this passage. You've learned to breathe underwater somewhere in the middle of this passage. Survive the ambush, survive the ambush, survive